Okay, this is user no-tendencies 1 hour ago. I, 21 female, can't tell if he, 36 male, is lying to me. This is a response to the OP, so if you want the full context of the post, click the link in the description. God damn, this is a clusterfuck. Look what you've done now. Nah, it's all good. It's all good, for real. Okay. I met this guy while I was at work and he gave me his business card and told me to get in touch. Now, there's a couple of things here that are triggering my alarm bells. This is new to me considering I've been disrespected by pretty much every guy I've been with. Okay, so you kind of need to do a bit of a stock take in the sense that if that is true, it means that you don't know what healthy love looks like, and it means you have to work it out by yourself and with your partner, if it's him or if it's not. I would also advise talking to the people that love you, talking to the people that you know want the best for you. You need to get their opinions on it. You don't have to give any names, but talking to the people that you find are A, wise, and B, have your best interests at heart is really good to determine what a healthy relationship is like. Look, it seems to me that he's a bit broken, which we all are, just to different degrees. You know, I'm 32 male and I have a 28 female girlfriend, and she's had a couple of traumatic experiences, and so have I. I didn't realize it until, you know, maybe last year or this year, but we've all got baggage, you know, and so it just means that because he's got baggage, he's trying to figure it out. Now, having said that, there's a couple of alarm bells here. Randomly, we didn't talk for about a month and a half. I assumed it was because he had his fun and that was okay. Okay, so that tells me that you see yourself as cheap enough to be used and thrown away. And I'm not dissing you, because I used to see myself as that too. Now, one of the reasons we do that is because it allows us to have low expectations of ourselves, which is easy. I don't think it's okay that he had his fun and threw you away, if that was the case. Now, it's not, but then he brought me back into his life. He had just been with this tweaker girl and he was hurt, used, and manipulated for money. I was there for him and turned his emotions back to good. Okay, this is an alarm bell. Alarm bell 1, he brought me back into his life. Why the fuck did you leave? And it's not about you leaving. It's like, why did he allow you to go out of his life? There could be a good reason for that. Number 2, he'd just been with this tweaker girl and he was hurt. Tweaker girl? Tweaker girl. Come on. And I know what you mean, like someone who does drugs, like a meth addict. But if he's got the character of someone that is willing to be in a relationship with a meth addict, be manipulated and used for money, I don't know if he is currently of the correct character to treat you as the woman you need to be treated as an equal, as a person, and as a woman that needs to still explore what it is to be a woman and what it is to be you. I'm 32 and I don't even fully understand what it is to be me. And so my girlfriend sometimes has to deal with me finding out something new about myself. But because we've got a strong relationship, she's like, all right, well, I'll just fucking add that to the book collection about me. He started telling me he loved me around 4 months ago. I refused to say it back because that would make it real. That makes sense. Your reaction. He started telling me he loved me about 4 months ago. That's strange. And I was the most important woman in his life. Not true. I am one of 3 women in his life that he can trust. The other 2 he claimed were his exes. Equating you with his exes probably isn't healthy. I'm his soulmate. Look, if you're going to say that you're someone's soulmate, you better fucking be sure. You better goddamn be sure. That is not a small thing to say, right? But then, this is why the alarm bells are going on. But then, we started getting into a deep convo and I wanted to be with him. He then proceeded to cry and tell me how much he loved me, but he's going through too much to handle right now. I then brought up marriage and kids because it's something he always expressed to me he wanted. He continued to break down as he told me someone he would love to have kids with, and that's not many people. Not many people! Anyway. Then he said he would marry me but didn't want to do that to me and ruin my 20s. That sounds like an excuse, and it could come from a good place that he's not confident in himself. Women tend to have a biological clock and men tend to have a financial clock. We want to be set up and correct before we support someone and children. I understand that, but the problem is that he's told you, he said, I love you. He said, you're the most important woman in my life. He said that, you know, all these beautiful things, and yet he doesn't want to marry you and ruin your 20s. What the fuck is that? Here we are now, and he's communicating by snapping me everyday videos. They're on his story, so I don't take that very personal. We text here and there. I hadn't really reached out either, but he was going through some heavy stuff, and that's why he wasn't in touch. I honestly wish I could go into more and more detail. Thank you from a very confused heart. Look, here are the pros. This is what you've said. You want the pros and the cons. Here are the pros. He seems like a bloke with decent intentions. But even that's not clear. Like, I would give him the benefit of the doubt, but it's a fucking small benefit just because of his actions. I don't listen to what people say because most people are lying to me and themselves, right? I watch what they do. What do they do? Because what they do tells me what they want, okay? And that comes from being a social worker and a bouncer. The fact that people will say to you, nah, man, I'm not going to fucking do drugs in the club. And then you catch them in the dunny 10 minutes later, snorting coke. Well, here we are, mate. You just fucking lied to me and lied to yourself. So, look, 15 years doesn't really mean anything if it doesn't mean anything. But if it means something, it means something. Some people are different, you know. I can't find, look, I tried for the pros, but I can't really find the pros here apart from that his intentions might be good. The cons, on the other hand, the cons are that he's acting erratically. He's not sure about what he wants. I could tell you that because of his actions, not because of his words, and the fact that his words don't match his actions. And I think you need to let him come to you. Men are typically, not always, but typically, the predator and women are the prey. Men like to chase and women like to be chased. Now, that's a generalization. I understand that. So don't give me all the fucking hate comments, people. But you need to allow him to come to you because if you chase him around the block, you're going to be chasing him around the block for the whole time. And you're not going to have the peace and confidence in the relationship. Like, look, a relationship, and you probably know this already, a relationship takes a lot of hard work and it needs a lot of trust because you have to have a lot of hard conversations. Like, you got to trust this person with your kids, potentially. You know, like, is he a man of the character that you would want to trust with your children or your siblings or your cousins? Like, I wouldn't at this stage. I wouldn't be doing that just because he has proven through action that he's not consistent. He's not a bad bloke. He's just not consistent. He's not ready. You know, those are the cons, I suppose. So, look, I hope that you can find peace here. I hope that you can find love and a consistency. Maybe with him, maybe not. I wish you all the best, and I hope this video has helped in some way. Have fun.